Hey guys, Metal Breakdown here, so welcome back to my channel. I know I said I would do this album review yesterday, but I just decided to listen to the album a bit more before reviewing it to truly tell you what I think exactly of this brand new album. And I don't know, sorry guys, I'm still sick, if you watched my review and reaction for In Norway and Anger Left Behind, but if you did, back then I said that the only album I knew by Atreyu was the last one, Long Live, but since then I listened to almost all their album multiple times. So yeah, now I know The Curse, A Dead Grip on Yesterday, Lead Cells, and Paper Encore. Yeah, the only two albums that I still have to listen are Suicide Notes and Butterfly Kisses and Congregation of the Damned, so I'll be able to compare this brand new album In Norway better with the previous album, since now I know almost all of them. Anyway, in this review I'll focus mainly on the top 5 as usual, but I'll still probably talk about each and every song and about the album in general. Anyway, sorry, I'll try not to die during this review. It's really awful, oh my god! Okay, so just before I'm getting started with this review, if you want a physical copy of this album, just make sure to click on the Amazon link that I'll put in the description. That way you'll be able to pick it up. If you buy it with my link, a small portion of the profits will go to me. So yeah, it's a win-win situation for everyone, so if you want it, just use it. If you don't use it. As simple as that. So let's do this for the review of In Our Wake by Atreyu. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do in this review is to compare this brand new album In Our Wake with the ones that I know, and when I'll listen to them all, because I'll listen to the remaining two real soon, I'll make an episode of my series ranking from worst to best on Atreyu, so you'll be able to see where In Our Wake will rank. But for now, I would say that my favorite is probably The Curse from 2004. In the second place, maybe A Dead Grip on Yesterday, then Long Live, and now I will put In Our Wake under Long Live, and then Lead Cells and Paper Encore. Yeah, not that In Our Wake is bad, but the three albums that are over it are just so good. And Long Live was such a great album in my opinion. Like, I discovered Atreyu with that album in 2015 when it was released, so it will always have a special place in my heart. Really strong album with so many amazing songs like Brass Balls, Long Live, Cut Off the Head, which is probably my favorite. So yeah, just a so strong album. In Our Wake is good, but maybe not as strong, like, maybe not even near, but still a cool album. Way better than I thought it would be, because of the singles like In Our Wake and Time Is Now. I thought that the album would be way more mainstream than it actually is. It's more mainstream than Long Live for sure, because Long Live was a straight metal album, but probably on the level of Lead Cells, Paper Encore, but it's different because Lead Cells is more alternative metal or even rock at some point, and In Our Wake is more like metal but with some touch of more mainstream stuff and some electronic stuff. So it's different, but I would say that Atreyu did a better job with this album than Bullet for My Valentine did with Gravity. But it's just my opinion. Still a pretty good album, like I said, so I'm not complaining at all. Now it's time to go with my top 5, but first I'll give you 2 honorable mentions that almost made the top 5. It's really hard for me to cut them out of the top 5, but it's a top 5, so I can only pick 5 songs. It's a shame, I know, but my 2 honorable mentions are House of Gold, the second song on the album, and No Control, which is just amazing. Now, entering the top 5 in the 5th position, I went with Superhero, the song I was the most looking forward to on this album due to the fact that it's featuring M Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold and Aaron, the drummer and singer of On The Road. Yeah, not the sole singer because Spencer is also singing, but he's doing some parts sometimes. Anyway, I was also really happy to find out that this is the longest song on the album, being over 6 minutes. There's not even a 5 minutes track, so it's by far the longest one. So this is letting space for all the 4 singers, Alex, Brandon of Atreyu, and Matt and Aaron from different Avenged Sevenfold and On The Road. They all did a fantastic job, and even though Matt is probably my favorite singer and the reason why I was so excited for this song, Aaron is probably the one that impressed me the most in this one. His vocals are just fantastic. It's a soft song, and I think I would have loved it a bit more if it would have been a heavy song, but since it's a song about being a dad, having kids, it's probably better this way. It would not have fit really well with that theme otherwise. The instrumental with the trumpets and everything is also something that blew me away completely. So that's why this song made its place in the top 5, even though it's a soft one, a ballad, and usually I'm not that big of a fan of this kind of song. In the 4th position, I went with Blind, Deaf, and Dumb because of that really stupid song title. I thought I would dislike this one, but it's pretty well done. The main riff is awesome and the chorus is really fucking catchy. I also love the electronic elements during the chorus. It's not taking too much space and it's really well done. The verses reminds me a bit of Rage Against the Machine, obviously, because there's a lot of rapping, but it's really cool. This song also includes a breakdown, which is followed by a really short guitar solo. So yeah, great stuff. Guitar solo is really super short though. When I say really short, I mean like it's probably between 5 seconds and 10 seconds at best. In the top 3 in the 3rd position, I went with Nothing Will Ever Change, one of the heaviest songs on the album, and it's a monster. The riff is not really complex, but it's enough to make the song sounds really heavy, and it's putting the listeners in a really great vibe. Also, if you feel down, just listen to this song. It will cheer you up for sure, not just because of the heaviness of it, but because the lyrics will make you feel like you're a god, like you feel so powerful listening to it. It's also included guitar solo, and this time it's a longer one, so I was really happy with it. In the 2nd place, I went with Paper Castle. Usually this would not be my type of song because it features a lot of whoa, but there it works really well, and I found this song really well written as well. Hands down the catchiest song of the new album, In Our Wake by Atreyu. This song is not really like heavy overall, but there was a good heavy part right before the last chorus. And if you feel heartbroken, it might be the perfect time to blast this one. It could help you in some way, I guess, because yeah, the way I understood the lyrics, it's about getting out of a difficult relationship right after the person you were with dumped you. So yeah. And my favorite song of the brand new album by Atreyu is Anger Left Behind. When they released it at the same time as In Our Wake, I kind of knew already that it would be one of the heaviest songs of the new album, if not the heaviest, because, you know, when a band decides to put out 2 songs at the same time and one is really mainstream, they kind of say, oh, we'll give you a heavy song at the same time, that way you won't complain too much that we're not heavy anymore, and that's they did. At least the album was kind of heavy overall, so I'm happy with it. But it's still sounding like the rest of the album at the same time, so it's like heavy stuff with all the new elements, so it doesn't feel like it's out of place being on this album. The riffs are super good and probably the main reason why it's my favorite of the album. The chorus is also really great. And the breakdown is also one of my favorite moments of the album. So there you go, guys. If I would have to rank this album out of 10, I would probably give it maybe 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, they did a great job with it. Better than I thought. Next time hopefully they'll go a bit more heavier and a bit more metal like what they did on Long Live, but it was cool seeing them trying something new. So there you go, guys. Make sure to tell me what you think of this brand new album in the comment section. Would be cool to have some cool discussion about it in the comment section with you guys. Also, if you love what I do on this channel, make sure to subscribe. I would be really grateful. I also have a Facebook page on which I post a lot of updates, so if you want to like it, just do it. The link is in the description. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you all next time.